Okay, thanks for watching. I'm going to give a quick demonstration of Fammer and FammerBuilder. These are tools to automatically encode Java Selenium code to use to automate a given web page. So I've pre-written this code here. The first thing you do, you can just start with a blank empty main class, initialize your Chrome driver, and I've initialized some variables. Here we have the URL of the website I want to automate, the login credentials, and I've established the driver. By the way, so today we are going to encode Java code to automate Facebook, and then the example I'm going to show is the automation is going to log in to Facebook and add a comment to a post. So here we've established our driver. Shotgun just contains some helper methods for the driver, and that's shotgun as in the passenger next to the driver, not a weapon. Okay, first step, driver is pointing to the URL. Now we're ready to establish our FammerBuilder. And the first step, now that the driver is pointed to Facebook, the builder is now going to parse the initial static frame. This is a static frame because the builder distinguishes between static frames like your login page versus dynamic content, including a Facebook feed or a Twitter feed. So now that the login page has been encoded, or it's been parsed, our helper class is going to log in using the credentials. Now the driver is going to point again to the main Facebook page. Since I've set up kind of an initial dummy account, it points it to kind of new user stuff. So this is going to point it to the home page. Now we're ready to begin parsing the home page for static and dynamic content on the home page. So that's accomplished here at this step, but we can help it out by giving it some settings which will make the frame and item discovery process go faster, because I've looked ahead of time and discovered that this element is something shared between dynamic frames, and I also want to restrict dynamic frames that include the string like. You can totally leave this stuff out and it will still work, but it goes a little slower. So now the Facebook homepage has been parsed for both static and dynamic frames. So now the builder has all the information it needs. This is when the builder encodes a Java project and quits the driver. So after running this code, this Facebook package is created. But we don't necessarily need to worry about that right now because it also generates test packages. So let's check out this Fammer test-ng test1. So this is a file that initially is generated by FammerBuilder. It initially has a bunch of these example cases. The Fammer is based on the frame agent pattern, which contains a frame, which is like an extension of the page object pattern, but the frame is allowed to be nested or shared between other frames, and the agent in the frame agent pattern contains the actions that you can perform on a given page. So here we have V is a browser controller object that contains information about the pages and the web driver. Utilities contains the web driver, and here are the two frames that we encoded. This is this here. These are both automatically generated names, so this looks like the login page, and so this here is the home page. So this is an example test that was encoded just using this example capability. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'll go ahead and delete that. The tests we have today are a login capability And capabilities are contained within agents, which are attached to a given frame again. So let's check out this login capability. It's going to take 2 inputs, login and password. It's going to use the shotgun convenience methods to log in. That just looks for, it puts the username in text fields and puts the password in password fields. And then it waits until the password field is no longer found, and then it returns this did succeed variable as long as the password field no longer exists. So at this point it assumes that it was successful. So let's go back to the main test. And for the home frame, I've written this write a comment capability, which takes a Facebook search term and a new comment term. So this is a page it's going to be using, and I thought I would look for these delicious seafood sausage noodles and post a helpful comment to Gocciolina, a restaurant here in Durham. So I'm searching for seafood sausage noodles, and I'm going to add a comment, delicious. So let's check out this write a comment capability quickly. It's going to take 2 inputs, search string and the new comment. It's going to get the main home URL, which is contained in the frame's default page object. To make sure the driver is sitting on the right page we want to wait for some elements to load, so I've gone ahead and plugged in some items here. So this is one of the item objects that is encoded by FammerBuilder, and let me just delete that and show you when the project is encoded. This is configurable, but I had it set to just get all interactable elements. So all links, speed this along, buttons and inputs. So I want to look for some item that kind of looks familiar to wait for. And these create event, create a group, create a page links, they look familiar. I think those are the gadgets off on the left side of the page up here. Create a group, create a page. So it's going to wait for one of these links. And then let's wait for something else. This looks like a text area. So earlier I just looked for a text area, and here one popped up. And now let's check out these item objects briefly. So the item object, the big purpose of that is to contain the attributes of the item. So here's the title, the href, rel, a Jaxify class, and so here's the attribute object contains the attribute name and the attribute value. FammerBuilder goes ahead and comments out some attributes that look a little sketchy. Like this long string of numbers looks like it might be a session ID. So it comments that out, and that prevents it from being used to generate the XPath that is used to find the item on the page. So here's the create event link class. Let's check out the text area. The text area, it knows to go ahead and comment out basically everything because it determines that there's only one text area on the whole page. So it can ignore it. It encodes the attributes and keeps it in here for you, but it ignores them because it doesn't need them. So at this point, it searches. I set up one of the dynamic frames, which in this case is the only subframe dynamic frame it found. You can see it called it div frame here. So I'm looking for a div frame story, as in a Facebook feed story. So it's going to search for the frame containing our Facebook search string, which I think we said was something about seafood sausage noodles. So it's going to click on the dynamic frames, internal item, leave a comment, and let's see what all it has here. So it's this leave a comment link. Then it's going to send the keys to the page, new comment, and then return whether it succeeded, as if the Facebook story frame contains the new comment after it has been refreshed. So let's go back to our test, and I think we're ready to give it a shot. So I'm running the test. It's loading Facebook. It's logging in with the convenience method, and now it should be searching for the noodles. Looks like it found it, and it clicked write a comment and added the comment. So within, I think I set it to delay for 10 seconds and then quit. But there you have it. There is the example of FammerBuilder automatically generating Java code to use to build web automation code to automate your website. Thank you for watching. Okay, also I just wanted to add, since recording that last bit, I added the ability for FammerBuilder, while it is encoding the website and discovering items on the website, to actually take a quick snapshot of the elements, so that along with the automatically generated names for the classes here, you've got an image for what you're looking at, which makes using Fammer and FammerBuilder quite a bit easier, because now I don't have to guess, oh, what exactly has the ID of GB70. I can look over here and know that, oh, that's the sign in button of the Google page. So I'll just flip through. These are the elements discovered on the main Google page, and here's a snapshot of the entire frame. And then we can select the item that we want and click on it. So, thanks again.